This video contains the following topics: purpose, support information, additional information, installation considerations, rack installation, cable connections, configuration, PID mapping, verification, firmware versions, code download. The purpose of this information is to assist in the installation of the DSR 6400, which will provide HD MPEG-4 transcoded services to Discovery affiliates. If you require assistance in performing the procedures described or have questions, contact the Discovery Project Desk at 1-800-308-6272, available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Additional product information is available at www.irdrollout.com. Due to the use of 8PSK DVB-S2 modulation and a satellite data rate greater than 70 megabits per second, it is important to follow the minimum antenna size guidelines for your given location. You can see a significant portion of the continental United States needs to use 4.5 meter diameter antennas to receive Discovery networks. These are the recommended antenna diameters. In addition to having a minimum antenna diameter, PLL LNBs should be installed for Galaxy 13. PLL LNBs have a local oscillator stability of plus or minus 125 kHz or less. Less stable, higher kilohertz values DRO LNBs that work for QPSK modulation, typically 25 to 48 megabits per second, may not be stable enough for Discovery signals. These less stable LNBs may even have labels that say they are digital or digitally ready LNBs. These digital labels reflect a time when 8PSK DVB-S2 modulation and its higher data rates did not exist. If signal acquisition is problematic or marginal, upgrade to PLL LNBs. The DSR 6400 is easily mounted in a standard equipment rack. Be sure to follow the rack mounting guidelines available in the DSR 6400 user guide. Now we will cable the RF input ports. RF port 1 is for Galaxy 13, C-band at 127 west longitude, transponder 14 horizontal. RF port 2 is AMC10, C-band at 135 west longitude, horizontal. RF port 3 is AMC10, C-band at 135 west longitude, vertical. RF port 4 is AMC11, C-band at 135 west longitude, horizontal. If using GigE port, configure your GigE IP settings. Also configure your contact, relay, and audio connections. DSR 6401 configuration settings. Use the arrow keys to navigate the cursor to the desired field. Use the Enter button to enter the desired field. Position the cursor on Install and press the Enter button. This will enter you into the manual tune menus. Use the left or right arrow to navigate to the input field. Select input port 1 by using the up or down arrow keys to enter the input port number. Use the left or right arrow to enter the transponder field. Press the Enter key. Then select Transponder 14 by using the up or down arrow keys. When you have the desired transponder, press the Enter button. Use the left arrow key to return to the Manual Tune menu. To enter the modulation mode menus. Using the right arrow key to enter modulation mode, press Enter, then use the up or down arrow keys to select DVB-S2. Press the Enter key to save your selection. Use the right arrow key to select the symbol field. Press Enter. Select a symbol rate of 30. When you have 30 as the symbol rate, press the Enter key. If the DSR 6400 is receiving a signal from the uplink, the signal indicator will light. Return to the modulation menu. Press the Enter key. Use the right arrow key to navigate to the channel menu. Press the Enter key. For the DSR 6402, position the cursor in the processor field. Press the Enter button. Select Processor 1. Press the Enter button. Use the right arrow key to select the VCT field. Press the Enter key to enter the VCT field. Select 802 as the VCT. When you have 802 entered into the field, select the Enter button. You'll receive a caution warning. Press the Enter key. Position the cursor in the channel field. Press the Enter button. In the channel field, enter 206 for Animal Planet. At this point, the transponder field will show Not in Map. You're required to call the support center to get your unit authorized. You will need the unit address of your DSR 6401 or your DSR 6402. Once you contact the support center, they will enter your unit address into the database. At that point, a trip will be sent out to your unit. When connected to the uplink system, the authorization and signal indicators will light, and Galaxy 13 will display under the transponder field. At this point, your unit is authorized. Use the arrow keys to navigate the cursor to the channel menu. Press the Enter key. Use the arrow keys to position the cursor to the IP menu. Set the Gig-E transport stream mode. Use the up and down arrow keys to select Transcoded. Press the Enter key. If using DSMCC, position the cursor on DSMCC. Press the Enter key. This will enter the DSMCC field. Use the up or down arrow keys to change the selection from off to on. And press the Enter key. Use the arrow keys to position the cursor back to the Port Gig-E menu. Press the Enter key. Enter the Gig-E IP configuration menus and set the IP address. The subnet mask, and the gateway. This information is specific to your environment. Use the arrow keys to position the cursor back to the Port GigE menu. Set the pass-through destination address and port number. Use the arrow keys to position the cursor to the pass-through destination address and press the Enter key. Enter the pass-through destination address. To set the port number, use the arrow keys to select the port field. Press the Enter key, then select the desired port number. Press the Enter key to save your value. Return to the Port GigE main menu. Press the Enter key to set the transcoded destination and port number. Use the arrow keys to enter the transcode destination address field. Set the desired transcode destination address and press the Enter key. Use the arrow key to position the cursor on the port field. Press the Enter key to enter the port field. Use the arrow keys to select the desired port number and press the Enter key. Use the arrow keys to return the cursor to the Port GigE field. Press the Enter key. Return to the main menu. At this point, your unit should be authorized. You should have the authorization indicator on and the signal indicator. The next step is to verify that you're receiving the services. DSR 6401 PID mapping. These tables show the PID mapping assignments for ASI Port 1 and ASI Port 2. DSR 6402 PID mapping. These tables show the PID mapping assignments for ASI Port 1 and ASI Port 2. This information is also available in the installation instructions and the DSR 6400 user guide. Confirm that the authorization and signal indicators are on. Confirm the expected video output services. Call the service provider if experiencing problems or questions. The currently active firmware version displays on the front panel immediately after completion of the Power On self-test. To receive firmware code downloads, the signal indicator must be on. Code downloads are received automatically from the uplink service provider.